Hey everybody, this is Dust for Dust on Gaming with a short afternoon stream today. We're going to be doing a little bit of Bant Retreat Humans. So this was in a slightly updated list of a Yul Larson list before 5-color humans started taking off. Revolves around Knight of the Reliquary and Retreat to Coralhelm. In addition to that, you have Collected Company in this version as opposed to Ether Vials. You have the 8 mana Dorks, 4 Avacyn's Pilgrim, 4 Noble Hierarch, 4 Path to Exile, and Reflector Mage to interact with your opponent's creatures. Champion the Parish, and Thalia's Lieutenant and Mir Avobrook to help push the early aggro plan. Thalia kind of is your main deck disruption card besides the Reflector Mages. And Retreat to Coralhelm pairs with Knight of the Reliquary, obviously, to do like a turn, potentially a turn 3 kill. And the way it works is, you know, command Dork, Knight of Reliquary, Retreat to Coralhelm, use the triggers from Retreat to Coralhelm to tap and untap your Knight. You go get fetch lands, building up your Knight of the Reliquary. As long as you have enough life points, you're able to get through your deck and arbitrarily large Knight of the Reliquary, tap down your opponent's blockers, and kill them. Fairly simplistic, other than the mana base is a little bit screwy for, you know, having to play 4 colors with Stomping Ground to pair with Kessig Wolfrun is your big payoff. 1 Ghost Quarter to go find with your Knight against decks like Tron. That pretty much covers the main deck. Sideboard, couple Aethersworn Canonists, and a couple Aethersworn Canonists to help tag decks like Storm and Ad Nauseam. Dampening Sphere, same thing, also hits Tron. Unified Will for a couple light counter spells, mainly against combo. Stony Silence against Affinity. Thalia, Guardian of Thraben has more disruption against spell-based decks. Reclamation Sages to blow up bridges, any of that kind of stuff that can disrupt you, or against decks like Affinity or Lantern. Tireless Tracker and grinding matchups, and Izzet Staticaster for small creature decks. So, don't have time to play a full league today, so we're just going to do a couple heads-up cues. This is continuing our Humans series. This is more towards the fully powered version of the Humans deck. Obviously, it's slightly different than what the Ether Vial Humans deck is trying to do. This is a little bit more of a beatdown, a little bit more of a mid-range deck than traditional Humans. It has a little less combo disruption in the main deck at the very least. So, it has some weaker matchups, has some stronger matchups. You do have the ability to combo on turn 3, which is certainly nice. Well, this is certainly a hand. So we are on the draw. I think this hand's too slow on the draw. This hand's a little better, but still kind of lacking the 1 drop. I'll go ahead and leave Collected Company on top here. Especially against Burn. Not exactly the best hand in the world. Fetch land and pass. Gonna fetch planes if we absolutely have to here. Ooh, this is like Prowess Burn. Interesting. Nope, Blue-Red Wizards. Alright. I'm gonna pass Soulscar Mage because that's actually the more annoying card of these than these ones. So. Champion would have been good to draw last time. No, I haven't owned a PS4 ever yet, unfortunately. So, no, I can't say that I have Space Marine, sorry. How's your day going? Mm-hmm. It's going alright. Didn't work today, so it went alright. Quite frankly, at this point, I'm so sick of my my regular job that it's just, it's very aggravating to go. I'll put it that way. Snapcaster Bolt. We might be dead here. So no, one of their last cards in hand is another Avacyn's Pilgrim. And I just punted things away, but like an idiot here. So should have used Cavern to cast Champion of Wits. Sleight of Hand. So I'm going to have to chump block with everything, and because I didn't leave a path. Okay, we're just dead anyway. Alright. Good old spell-based deck here. Definitely want the Thalia. Either Sworn Canonist can't hurt, I guess. So Retreat to Coral Helm might be a little clunky in this matchup. Maybe I want the Canonists here. Staticaster's okay, but not great. Go ahead and go like this. No turn 1 play again. Man, this is kind of rough. We'll keep it, but these hands are a little slow. Hey, you never did send me your black-white tokens list, by the way. Probably got Hollowed Fountain here. Alright, Cavern's not a bad one. Go ahead and play out Ether Sworn Canonist here. Not going to be very good at blocking, but it's probably going to slow them down a little bit. It's fine, man. I kind of figured next time I see you in chat I'd remind you. Alright, so let's go get our planes here. Play out a knight. That's gonna bolt our canonist. Yep. Not really surprised there. Okay. Roast. Wow. One's going really deep here. Reflector Mage is a decent one. So, do I go Knight or Reflector Mage here? Tempo strategy is not very good for us, it does seem, with this particular build. I think going slightly up the chain with this particular matchup was not good. Wow, just all the bolts. Just pass her. So you have Storm Chaser Mage and one other card. Okay. Bounce that again. Well, it just has all the cards, don't they? Hmm. Basics do we run in this list? Two forests. Okay, so that can go get a forest here. I think we're dead to a bolt anyway, so I'm just gonna go ahead and fetch here. Opponent has Storm Chaser Mage, Monastery Swift Spear, one unknown. Okay. You have two spells, I'm dead. I mean, okay. I meant two relevant spells. So much damage is this if we push 3, 6, 7? Block here, take 1, 3, 6, 9. Alright. Got there in game 2. Soul Scar Mage, Snapcaster Mage, Storm Chaser Mage. So I definitely don't want the Static Casters. These cards are not relevant. These cards are not relevant. Well, Sphere, maybe. Retreat, too slow. Wreck Sage, no targets. This is not really a grind matchup, and these static casters don't do anything, so I think we'll leave the deck as is. Alright. Yep, this hand seems reasonable. Can our opponent not have a play on one for once? Mm-hmm. Okay. Dismember? Wow, okay. Apparently our opponent has a bold effect here too. Yep. Our opponent has another bolt. We're just dead here. Oh well. Okay, why didn't you just fire the bolt to begin with? Whatever. Some people's play lines I will never quite understand. Alright. Up against Infect. Nope. Unlikely to be Infect with Serum Visions at least. I have no idea what this could be then. 3/3 Knight. Go. All we need to draw is a Retreat to Coral Helm, and we could potentially end the game next turn. Past our opponent here. So looks like they're just some type of Temur deck that didn't find its red mana source yet. Past our opponent here. Probably deciding if they want a Cryptic Bounce Knight here. Is that my best guess here? Alright. only got a red source. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven. Blue, white. Got another. Okay. Come on, opponent. Looks like we're up against Temur. Yep. Alright. Opponent's got to decide what they want to take here. Am I seriously about to die to Kiki? Alright, so now we know what our opponent's up to here. So, interested in these Izzet Static Casters. Interested in Thalia. Interested in these Tireless Trackers. These retreats can go bye-bye. These mares are kind of garbage. And need to make one more cut. Maybe an Evanston's Pilgrim. Thank everybody for hanging out this afternoon for our nice short stream. Just getting a couple matches in with some Retreat to Coral Helm modern humans here. Obviously different than your traditional list because you have Renee the Reliquary. Retreat to Coral Helm, so you go a little bit bigger. Don't think either of the matchups we've played have been particularly great for us in this particular configuration. It's been 2 blue-red, and then I guess blue-red-green now, with Kiki combo, Splinter Twin, Light, and then blue-red Wizards. Alright, yes, let's play first. Double Flame Slash. Continue to push my board. Try to get as many creatures out of possible out of Flame Slash range or any other nonsense. Wonder what the green is for. Maybe just Ancient Grudge? Because we haven't seen any like Tarmogoyfs or Bounding Crassuses out of them. They played both Pestermite and Exarch last turn, so bottom. How's everyone doing this afternoon? Thanks for hanging out. Hope you're enjoying our expedition into some various my knight there. Alright, got the game too. Now, one more sideboarded game. Guess there's some consideration to bringing in Unified Will. Don't know how good these static casters actually are. A little bit too reactive, maybe. Try the Unified Wills here. That's an obviously pretty easy mulligan here. Yeah, this hand's alright. Thalia's Lieutenant. Probably top that one, I guess. Searing Visions. Pilgrim and Pass. So our opponent's stuck on one land. That's good for us. Attack with Thalia's Lieutenant here. See if our opponent ever takes down their mana. Probably not. Spellskite. Sure. Actually, let's let Spellskite resolve. Wait, if we hit a Reflector Mage, Knight and Tireless Tracker seem pretty good together. One, two, three, four, 5 mana potentially here. 6 actually. Fortunately, that's not quite enough to Ewit, plus... Play out Noble here. Sea Rainforest, trigger. See if our opponent just wants to take a hit for 9. Nope. It's a heck of a way to go here. Sometimes, unfortunately, that's just how the magic goes. And so far from this list, go ahead and play one more match, or we're gonna call it an evening here. I think we'll go ahead and play one more match. Hopefully it'll be a quick one. I'd like to thank everyone for hanging out tonight, or this evening, wherever you are. I'd like to thank everyone who's watching this in the future on YouTube. My name is Dusk, or Duskblader, here on MTGO. Streaming part-time currently. Like to make it a full-time gig, but working on some various humans lists. We've started out with a couple budget humans lists. We played a red-white humans Soul Sisters list. We also played mono-white humans, white/red humans, and then we played 5-color humans yesterday evening. And we're doing a Retreat to Coral Helm list that is based off of a list from Joel Larson, slightly before 5-color humans got their tools of Kitesail Freebooter and the Unclaimed Territory. So hopefully we won't get paired against somebody we just played, but I was kind of hoping we wait and see here. But anywho, that's pretty much what the list we're on. It's the old Collected Company Humans list with a couple copies of Retreat to Coral Helm and some Knights of the Reliquary to try to combo out your opponent on occasion. It's kind of hard just to assemble the combo. The Knights aren't that hard to find. I mean, you have 4 of them plus Collected Companies. The Retreats are kind of hit or miss with only 2 copies. So far we played against Blue-Red Wizards, which I'm beginning to think more and more that Blue-Red Wizards might actually be a deck, not just like some random novel thing. And then, here's a hand. Go ahead and keep this one. If Avacyn's Pilgrim lives on 1, or we hit a second land, this hand's pretty good, especially on the play. So, I think we're going to go Horizon Canopy, Avacyn's Pilgrim, and then next turn Champion into Avacyn's Pilgrim. Hopefully our opponent won't have, especially mulliganing down here, won't have a ton of interaction. Does suck that this is our only land, but, you know, can only do so much here. Um, Mono White Humans is fun, but it's very budget. There are like the mana base. Obviously, I haven't done the soldiers version, so soldiers would be a little bit different than the version that I played. Is our opponent just like playing nothing? All right, so Howeston's Pilgrim. I just screwed up the ordering on that. Oh well, should have played champion first. But my opponent may just play nothing and scoop. There's Knight. The mono white list that I played was a little more just really budget friendly, but it seems effective. But you have to understand that you're playing a you're playing against. I'm just gonna hedge, bring in a couple canonists, call it a thing. Because a deck that could concede that much and then go to doing whatever is Storm. Is definitely a deck that could mulligan to 5 and then not play anything. So, and in general, retreat is a lot worse in Game 2 and Game 3 when your opponent has presumably more kill spells or interactions for your deck. But Mono White Humans was fun. It's a deck that can win, but it's not a deck that's going to win as consistently as 5-color Humans. You have more Anthem effects, so your aggro draws are a little bit more powerful. However, your you don't have as much disruption, so you're making some trade-offs. Oh, we're up against Boggles. Well, that could get rough. That explains all the mulligans. So, yep. Now at least we know what we're up against. Not that we have a ton in our sideboard for this matchup. We're definitely going to want to leave in the... bring the retreat Coral Helm back in. This is only going to moderately slow them down. Maybe they'll even be nice enough and path it. Nope. No path. Gonna say land, please, but we can't get that lucky, I guess. What kind of hand did they keep? A Boggle hand with no Boggles? I'm confused. Yep. Um, a lot of it depends on how deep you want to go. Um, like I think the version, the version I played had Brave the Elements in it, and it's a very powerful card. Gives that particular version of the humans deck a lot different angle of attack. So I think that's kind of the right direction to go with the deck. Please don't be Daybreak Coronet. Of course it's Daybreak Coronet. Trying to think what our best path against this thing is without Reclamation Sage being in our deck. So I have a couple of Rec Sages in the board, a couple retreats. Let's go ahead and pass here. I mean, the white, in general, the white cards are going to be more expensive anyway, because those are your good sideboard cards. On Earth. Just trying to think, is there any way we can actually beat this combination of nonsense already without Reclamation Sage? Like, our opponent had an absurdly bad draw, and yet we're still... Main phasing company, because it doesn't really matter here. Get that Canonist. Any order. Triggers. Reflector Mage. Alright, now that we know what we're up against, we have some tools in the sideboard. We want the Rec Sages. Definitely want the Unified Wills. Definitely want the Retreats as a way to potentially combo them. What do we not want? I think Canonist is okay, not fantastic. You have a couple of pass in for... actually, should I even leave Path in? We'll just take Path of Exile out. Rely on Reflector Mage against their numbskulls. Sand's fine. If we find a retreat to Coral Helm, we could be in good shape. Or hopefully our opponent mulligans to Oblivion here. What do we need here? Please don't have a Bogle. Please don't. Oh, you have Dryad Arbor. Okay. This version's a little bit better against Tron than 5-color humans, but not much. That's a pretty rough matchup for humans. One of the rougher matchups for humans all around, so... Wonder if our opponent will go all in on this Dryad Arbor. Kind of hope they do. Core Spirit Dancer. Well, that one's going to be a little rough. Either Sworn Canist. So I'm kind of regretting has a little bit more game against Tron because of the Retreat to Coral Helm combo, but it's still not fantastic. Interesting. It's going to make it quite a large Core Spirit Dancer, huh? I'm doing alright, Foz. How are you? Just catching the tail end of the stream, unfortunately. This is going to be the last match. Just doing a quick gameplay with some Retreat Coral Helm humans with Knight of the Reliquary and Bant Retreat. We'll be playing your list sometime Saturday, since I'll be at F&M tomorrow. I won't be playing. Please don't have Daybreak Coronet after everything else you've had. Alright, Ranker I can deal with. How was your day at work? Alright, so they have a 12-12. So, Reflector Mage or Collected Company are our best draws here. Is there anything I can hit here to stay alive? 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ah! I should have played Ghost Quarter. Wasn't thinking about it. Should have played Ghost Quarter. Yeah, I just saw that line. I'm like, seriously? um, yeah, Ghost Quarter would have been game. The sad part is, if I had fetched red mana too, I still had an out, but I screwed up like 12 ways to Sunday here. They had Path anyway, so it really didn't matter. Alright, so aside from the punt there, we wouldn't have won anyway because they had the Path, so. But that doesn't excuse the fact that I should have Ghost Quartered their crap and swung. So. Alright, so thoughts on the deck, differences in the deck between this and 5-color humans. This deck has a little more play to it with the Knights of the Reliquary small package. Retreat to Coral Helm gives you a little more play against things like Tron, because you do have an outside shot at a turn 3 kill. Collected Company allows you to play a little more of an attrition game against decks like Jund and Mardu Pyromancer. Those are the main differences in the deck. You have less disruption for combo in your deck. You're a little more grindy and resilient, especially in the post-board games, as you have access to things like Tireless Tracker, and then Eternal Witness, Collected Company, Knight of the Reliquary, to draw a boatload of cards. So it all depends. Like, obviously 5-color humans is the deck with the results. These decks are probably pretty close in expense. I would say this version... Yeah, to be fair, Foz, I think I was dead there either way with the Path to Exile. But the Ghost Quarter... Like, if we'd drawn any human, like, we had so many outs there that they were dead to. Like, 4 Reflector Mages, 4 Collected Companies, 3 Thalia's Lieutenants, pretty much almost anything but a land there was lethal if I'd played the Ghost Quarter correctly. So, that was a huge punt on my part, but in the end, we would have lost anyway. But punts are punts, you need to learn from your mistakes. Sometimes you just play decks on autopilot, especially with land drops. I get in some trouble sometimes. Yeah, I mean, beyond that, you're obviously a little bit weaker in the combo matchups. You're a little bit better in the grindy matchups. Access to things like Collected Company, Knight of the Reliquary, Retreat to Coral Helm combo. You have Path to Exile, so you have a little more interaction for creatures. That's pretty much it. Obviously, Knight gives you a little bit more play to the deck. You have a couple utility lands you can go get. If you really are hating on graveyards, you can go get, like, put a Bajuka Bog in your sideboard or something. Sajiri Step can let you, like, swing through certain things. So Knight gives you a little more flexibility at the cost of your disruption. These Mirror of Avar books are just garbage. They should probably just be Phantasmal Images. This was a holdover from Yul Larson's list, the one I basically copied the main deck from like 6-8 months ago. I updated the sideboard a little bit, get a couple Dampening Spheres in here, got a couple of, added one more Tireless Tracker, because I think Tireless Tracker and Knight of the Reliquary is such an insane combo together. But, yeah, it's pretty much the main difference. This deck's a little more grindy, has a little bit, arguably a little bit better of a beatdown plan, and obviously is a little bit worse in the, like, against decks like Storm, against decks like Nauseam, etc. So, a little bit of a trade-off. You get a little more grind for a little less disruption against the combo decks. So, this harkens back more toward the decks that were seeing play before Kitesail Freebooter and Unclaimed Territory saw play. So, we ended up going 1-2, mainly because I punted horribly in Game 3 of Match 3. We lost to Blue-Red Wizards, which, the more I see the deck, the more I am convinced that it's semi-realish. I don't know that it's better than Burn or better than Blue-Red Prowess or Blue-Red Thing in the Ice, but it certainly seems to have a place in the meta. We beat Blue-Red Kiki, and then we lost to Boggles in 3 games in part because I punted in game 3. So, it's getting tuned. I don't know how good it is. I know it's put up like 150 list, and it seemed to pick us up pretty good. So, but thanks for stopping in, Janshavik. Thanks for stopping in, Foz, Logan, and TB. You guys have any other questions? I stream here usually during the week about this time when I'm working, because I work 4 a.m. to 1 at work, so it's a little bit easier for me to stream in the afternoons. Hopefully working towards making this more and more full time, so I'm going to be working on streaming more and more. I have quite a bit of human stuff going on right now. We have probably going to play this list through a league, probably going to play a little more 5-color humans. We're going to work on just a straight green-white collected company list, which was one of the more original lists floating around. Trying to think what else. We've got the Foz has a Jeskai list in the queue for Saturday. Janshavik, I need to work on your blue-red flyers list a little bit. I think that's pretty much what we got going on right now on the channel. So over the next couple of days, I won't be streaming tomorrow. If I stream tomorrow at all, it'll be late in the evening, 11, 12 o'clock if I'm not tired after FNM. So, yeah, Tireless Tracker Reliquary out of the sideboard is pretty sweet. Dega, because I'm old. Foz, how old are you? Let's settle this once and for all. If you're older than me or not. I don't think you're older than me. Because I am 33, going to be 34. So, but yeah, TB, it's a pretty cool deck. It needs a little bit of tuning here. I don't like the mares. The mana base is a little bit of hit or miss. Oh, I am exactly your age. That's funny. Alright, Foz, I get it. You don't want to tell your age. Gotcha. It's cool. But just want to thank everyone for hanging out tonight. If you like what you're seeing on the channel, you like the direction the channel is going, please consider hitting that subscribe button. I'm working on growing the channel here. If you like the video, press that thumbs up button. It also helps the channel to grow, other people to find these videos. If you really like what we're doing here on the channel and you want to help support and be awesome like Foz and want to actually support us financially a little bit, I have a Patreon page. The link is below the stream title here. Gonna be starting to do a couple of things on there for Patreon supporters. I haven't quite figured out what I'm gonna do yet, but I suspect I already have a couple rewards on there. What deck we're gonna be working on after the Human series. I'm gonna put a couple choices up here shortly. If Foz is the only Patreon supporter, then he's gonna kind of be deciding what the heck we're doing. So if y'all don't want Foz dictating what we're seeing, I mean, you might want to join him. Just for $1 a month, you get to help to decide what series I'm going to work on next. So, something to consider. I want to thank everyone for hanging out. This humans list should be in the link below. I'm trying to have a link for each deck as I'm playing it. So, through Mana Traders, a service I use to get these cards. So, beyond that, that's about all I got for you, everybody, this afternoon. I got to go for a run here, come back, grab a shower, go eat dinner, and go to bed. So, that's about it. And, oh, if anybody has any deck lists they want to share, go ahead and email them to me at mtgotavern@gmail.com. Link is also down below. If you have any, mainly standard or modern, I unfortunately cannot afford the legacy cards yet. So, that's it. So, thanks everyone for hanging out. TB, Janshavik, Foz, and Logan, if you're still in chat. It's great hanging out with you guys, and hope to catch you all later. Thanks. Bye for now.